everybody, this is Raunwynn from hWnd.com, and this is my first to 10 contest with hWnd's Dan. Okay, Dan is the second to last first to 10 that I needed to do before Super. The only character I have left is Gen. I was really happy when hWnd accepted my challenge on the hWnd.com boards and wanted to record this first to 10 set against my Goku. hWnd is a dedicated Dan player. He only plays Dan. He doesn't play any other character. So when I found that out, when I was talking to him before we did the set, I was really excited because I knew I'd get to see all the cool Dan stuff. When you're playing against Dan as Goken, Dan is basically a Shoto without a fireball. I mean, he has his little Hadouken, but it really isn't even a good shield against other fireballs. You'll see often when I'm shooting fireballs at Dan, he'll throw the Hadouken and it'll dissipate before it even connects with my fireball. So it's a real difficult move to use. It looks like a lot of times it comes out and it doesn't do anything. So basically, what Dan is Ryu without a fireball. Except that his spin kick is a lot better than Ryu's. Dan Kyaku, I think it's called, hits you whether you're standing or crouching, and it's safe on block for Dan. So he can backdash, throw, or uppercut. That's his little mix-up option. Or late uppercut, which is what hWnd does a lot of times. They'll catch my tech timing with a late uppercut, which is smart with Dan. But that's, as far as I can tell, that is Dan's whole game. He's got a little mix-up with his jump-in, where he can jump in and then do the light kick Dan Kyaku in the air, like right there, and he'll go right over my crouching fierce and pop me with that for a knockdown. But other than that, Dan doesn't have a whole lot of setups, and he has to guess to do damage. A lot of times when he guesses against Goken, if I do happen to block, then it's going to be a huge combo in my favor. Now, since Dan does his Dan Kyaku so much, and it's such a big part of his game, in addition to his focus attack, his focus attack is fantastic, but his Dan Kyaku is an armor breaker, so you can't throw out a whole lot of combos against Dan. You really have to know what he's going to do in order to get a Kongoshin against him. So Kongo's kind of is not that great against him. Focus attacking isn't that great against him because, you know, when he's at 2 character lengths from you, he's gonna probably do a Dan Kyaku because it's safe for him. The only bad thing is if you neutral jump and hit him out of it. Okay, so as far as Goken is concerned, your offense against Dan, you've got a lot of options. Your zoning is very good against him. If he ever jumps into a high fireball, then you're going to get your fireball palm combo. And since Dan, he doesn't have any moves to blow through fireballs, except that. Look at that. I loved how hWnd was doing that. He uses the crouching forward kick to go under fireballs. It's pretty cool. But Dan doesn't have a whole lot of options against your light punch fireball. I mean, he pretty much has to jump over it to get to you, or focus dash through it. You know, but that's of course, you know, putting him at a disadvantage because you might get hit on the way in and eat the gray damage as well. Now, in addition to your fireball game, which is very, very good against Dan, Dan is susceptible to all the demon flip cross-up setups. He can't do anything about it. There's no move that Dan can do to save him from demon flip cross-up. And you've probably already seen a bunch of demon flip cross-ups as well already. If I ever get ultra, forward throw, sweep, EX palm into sweep, all that stuff gives me demon flip cross-ups. Here, I'll probably do one right here. Yeah, there it is. Now, I didn't punish him, but you can see that he used his EX Koryukin and it just whipped. He doesn't have any good options against demon flip cross-up. So Goken's offense is really, really strong against Dan, between the zoning and the wake-up game. Here I'm going to do a random palm, and I catch him with the tip of the palm. Dan is just like Ryu in that if you do random palms at him, he can DP you. You know, he's got I believe he's got a 3-frame reversal. Oh, through the wonders of the internet, I just went and checked the Shoryuken wiki, and his uppercut is 4 frames. So that means you can safe jump in with demon flip and your jump ins. So 4 frames is also kind of hard for him to punish a blocked palm. I mean, if he gets a reversal and you did a deep one, then he can do it. But if you hit him with the tip of the palm, then he won't be able to get a reversal for you, and you'll be able to punish him. Right after this fireball, right there, that is a tipped block palm. He can't reverse that with a 4-frame move. In fact, that one was so far out that I don't know if Ryu could have hit that with a DP. Here's an example of Hadouken dissipating right there, right before it was able to do any good. Right here I neutral jump defensively, and I'm able to get the EX palm combo. Now watch, I'll end it with the sweep and go for the demon flip cross-up. That same thing works on Ryu and Ken and gosh, so many characters. Dan is susceptible to it just as badly as Ryu is. I think Ryu is probably one of the best ones to use that on. But you can see there that he just whiffed with the response and I was able to punish. And if he doesn't do anything, it's an ambiguous cross-up. It might cross him up, it might not. I don't even know if it's going to cross up because the spacing on it is so strict. Most of the time it doesn't cross up, but you never know. So it's just a very, very potent offensive move against Dan.
Are you ready? Fight! What'll happen next? Here's the moment we've all been waiting for.
Now here I go for that defensive neutral jump again, and he's blocking. I go ahead and finish with the EX palm anyway, because I know that I've got 5 frames of vulnerability after that blocked EX palm. The EX palm is actually kind of difficult to punish. The other, with Dan's uppercut, he can do a reversal and hit you right there after it, but I think the Dan would have to be very, very experienced against Goken to be ready to do that. So a lot of times I'll just throw him out. And there, Goken's quick recovery on his fireball saves me from the Dan Ultra.